use. So I would like to discuss why lab safety is important. Lab safety is a set of rules and guidelines that prevent accident inside the lab while we are working in the lab. It protects either student, teacher or any observer inside the lab from different accidents. For getting accurate results, we working inside the lab, otherwise we are unable to get. Inside the lab, we can find many hazards which can affect us and which can harm us. So, as you can see, we have categorized this hazard in a four groups: mechanical hazard, physical hazard, biological hazard, and electrical hazard. Inside the lab, we can find the toxic chemical substance and flammable substance. We must know how to use those substances properly, otherwise it damages us, it harms us. For our purpose safety, we must know how to use bacteria, virus and microorganisms inside the lab. Improper use of those bacteria, virus can harm us, our health and cause hospitalized to us. Inside lab we can find electrical equipment. We must know how to use those equipment, otherwise it can create a problem inside the equipment which give losses to the lab. So let's discuss about general rule for handling chemicals and equipment. First of all, we must need to prepare ourselves. We must need to protect ourselves from those chemical hazards and from accident which may happen inside the lab. So we must need to wear gloves, boot, goggles inside the lab while we are working. Likewise, while we are handling those chemicals, we must need to know the nature of chemical, because there are many chemicals inside the lab with so different nature. So, for knowing those nature, we must need to read the labels which give us what type of nature so those chemicals. So we should not mix any unknown chemical together, because it can give heavy loss or can create explosion inside the lab. We are not allowed to eat any kind of food inside the lab, because it creates unhygienic condition inside the lab. We must know about emergency procedure like fire extinguisher, first aid kit and eye wash station, which is very useful for us if any accident occurred inside the lab. So let's discuss. Tell us we must what type of nature. I would like to call Somin Rekhi to continue this presentation.
The topic of our presentation is the how PPE protect us. PPE means the personal protective equipment like lab coat, safety goggles, gloves, footwear, etc. Lab coat protect us from the use of chemicals. Then safety goggles protect our eye. Gloves protect our hand. Footwear protect from foot injuries. The next topic is how to handle chemicals safely. Avoid storing too many chemicals on yourself. Avoid spilling strong chemicals on the floor. Never mix unknown chemical without lab assistants and the teachers in library. Then use foam goods from volatile substance. Why it is important to know lab equipment. Understanding to use lab equipment correctly, becoming familiar with different types of lab equipment, gaining basic knowledge of lab equipment to minimize error, following proper maintenance and the handling guidelines, adhering to safety protocol while using lab equipment. Thanks. I would like to call Somin Rekhi for continue this presentation.
Test tube lab machine of heating chemical used to roll test tube used to sample.
Because we must it also can use instead of bigger, because it has narrow neck which reduce the evaporation. Now I like to call
For mixing small amount of solid substance together. USB term. Or thermometer used for measuring the temperature of liquid in the reaction on the pH, the acidity and affinity of the solution. On safety guideline, we can prevent accident in the
to give an opportunity to show our presentation. Now I would like to enter into our topic. Our topic is environmental pollution. There are some pictures which can show environmental pollution. Now we will enter what is environmental pollution. Environmental pollution is the introduce of harmful substances into the environment which can damage ecosystem and human health and other living organisms. Also in this present time, it is a serious issue because it has many significant negative impacts on human health. There are different types of pollution in environment like soil pollution, noise pollution, plastic pollution and water pollution. Now we would like to talk into the air pollution. Now what is air pollution? Air pollution is the presence of chemical substances into the atmosphere that are harmful to humans, living organisms or cause damage to the environment. There are many causes of air pollution like industrial pollution, factories, power plants, vehicle exits, carbon emission from cars, problem, asthma, lungs disease, heart problem, global warming, greenhouse effect, climate change, accident to building plants and soil, ozone layer depletion. Ozone layer is depletion due to the increase of fluorocarbons. The UV radiation is engaged, which causes skin cancer of air pollution per year. Now, I would like to request Smriti Dhengar to continue the presentation.
Or microorganisms contaminate or stream, river, lake, ocean, aquifer or other body of water, degrading water quality and rendering toxic in the environment. The contamination of water with undesirable substances which make it unfit for usage is called water pollution. The cause of water pollution is amphibians like fish dying, coral reef destruction, disease, cholera, diarrhea, etc. contaminated drinking water, unsafe intoxication, or the growth leading to oxygen depletion in water bodies. Let us discuss about soil pollution. Soil pollution is defined as the change in physical, chemical, and biological condition of the soil through main intervention, resulting in a degradation in quality and productification, risks to human health and ecosystem. The causes of soil pollution are excessive use of chemical pesticide and fertilizer, deforestation leading to soil erosion, industrial waste dumped in landfills, improper disposal of electronic waste. The soil pollution effects are loss of fertile land for agriculture, contamination of crops and food chain, health issues from heavy metal pollutants, lead water electricity, underground water contamination. I would like to call Asmita Sunani to contribute to this.
Weather, health issues, air and water pollution lead to disease like asthma, cancer and infection, loss of biodiversity. Pollution destroy habitats, endangering wildlife and the ecosystem. Economic consequences. Pollution raises healthcare costs, reduce crop yield.
Use less plastic, carry reusable bags, bottles and containers to minimize plastic waste. Reduce water waste, fix leaks. Use water efficient appliances and avoid wasting water while using drying, washing or brushing. Minimize chemical use. Reduce the use of pesticides and chemical in gardens, fields. Avoid fireworks. Celebrate with eco-friendly alternatives instead of brushing crackers. Spread awareness, educate others about pollution and encourage eco-friendly habits. Lastly, the conclusion is that environmental pollution is a major threat to our planet, impacting health, biodiversity. Not just a need, it is our responsibility. Thank you. And any questions?
In front of respected teacher as chemistry presentation fulfillment. So I would like to enter into our topic. Fertilizer types, advice, ethics and sustainable alternatives. Fertilizer is a substance added to soil or plants to provide essential nutrients that help to grow. Fertilizers are critical in modern agriculture because they enhance soil fertility, boost crop yields and ensure food security. Non-toxic to soil and environment.
cost-effective and accessible, eco-friendly and sustainable, easily absorbed by plants. Now, importance of fertilizer. The fertilizer boosts plant growth. Fertilizer enhances crop quality. Fertilizer increases resistance to pests and diseases. Fertilizer helps restore depleted soil. Fertilizer supports sustainable farming. Thank you. I'd like to invite from Saurabh Tata.
I would like to continue this presentation about type of fertilizer. What is organic fertilizer? Organic fertilizer are natural substances made from plants or animals material that improve soil fertility and provides nutrient to plant. And then what is inorganic fertilizer? Inorganic fertilizer are man-made substances that provide essential nutrient to plant for faster growth and higher yields. Here are some type of organic fertilizers are given. They are common and fish emulsion etc. Organic fertilizers have some benefits. They are improve soil structure and fertility, release nutrients slowly, reducing the risk of over fertilization, and enhance soil microbes that support plant growth. And organic fertilizers have also some limitations. They are slow nutrient release, lower nutrient content, large quantity needed, variable nutrients. Have some types are given. They are nitrogen fertilizer, phosphorus fertilizer, and potassium fertilizers. They have some benefits, which are quick nutrient availability, nutrient control, improve crops yield, and they have also some limitations. They are soil degradation, nutrient imbalance, environmental pollution, and health risk. Major nutrient in fertilizer. Nitrogen. Nitrogen promotes leaf vegetative growth. Phosphorus vital for root development, flowering, and last potassium. Aids in photosynthesis, water regulation. Thanks. I would like to call Swastika Pangeni to continue.
I would like to enter on my topic, adverse effect of fertilizer on soil. Nutrients imbalance. Excessive use of own nutrients can cause imbalance in the soil. Reduce soil fertility. Continuous reliance on synthetic fertilizer can reduce the waste fertilizer can lower soil pH. As we can see the adverse effect on water bodies. Eutrophication, excessive nutrients can run off nearby rivers, lakes, etc. Contamination of drinking water, loss of biodiversity skills. Impact on health. Nitrate contamination in drinking water, respiratory problem, pesticide and chemical residue in food, chronic exposure to high fertilizer level. As you can see the figure of impact on whole. Thank you, dear Swastika Pangeni. Now I am to enter in my topic, impact on environmental effect, greenhouse gas emissions. There are the many effects which affect the environment. Some of them are nitrogen oxide emission, carbon dioxide emission, methane emission, soil carbon loss. Those all the emissions can bring many problems in the environment like global warming, health issues, etc. Best practices for fertilizer use. There are the many best practices for using the fertilizers. We can test the soil before using the fertilizers. We can use fertilizer based on the crop needs, apply fertilizers in the right time, and use the right applications method. Sustainable alternative to chemical fertilizers. There are the many sustainable alternatives for the chemical fertilizers. We can use of organic fertilizer, bio-based fertilizer, nitrogen fixing plants, agroecological practices. These all can bring some case study of country reducing fertilizer use successfully. There is an example of a country like Bhutan and Denmark has reduced synthetic fertilizer dependency when the government has changed the rules and the regulation. Lastly, we can see that in the conclusion, sustainable fertilizers use enhance soil health, reducing pollution and cost emissions while maintaining productivity. Governments, farmers, and consumers must collaborate to promote eco-friendly agriculture. By adopting sustainable practices, today we can secure a